Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I was ever the victim of a serious crime and I felt inclined to call the police to help me out, that is, of course, if there's enough of them on duty and they're not investigating hurty words on the internet. And so eventually there's a knock on the door and I'm confronted by the sight of this fella. And I've got to be honest, I wouldn't feel confident. I'd just tell him to bugger off. Now, I know you shouldn't judge people on appearances, and I know this. But there are some jobs that I believe you require to look the part. Especially being a policeman or policewoman. You have to have a certain, I don't know, je ne sais quoi about you. That as soon as you see a policeman that looks the part, it instills with you confidence, or if you're on the other side of the law-abiding society, with fear. But they should also command respect, and this fella, I'm not getting any of those vibes whatsoever. I'm more inclined to believe that if I was the victim of crime, and the key description of the perpetrator is someone of a protected demographic, then as soon as I mention that key point, I think this copper would give me a warning. And then I'd be made to feel like the criminal. Am I right or am I right? I would rather a policeman look and behave and have the presence of, say, Dixon of Dock Green, a man's man, or a tough, no-nonsense woman, someone who has absolutely no qualms whatsoever in chasing and taking down hardened criminals, protecting people and property, doing their jobs. Now, I suppose all this guy needs is a nice tidy haircut, say, a short back and sides. But really, I mean, look how scruffy he looks. I did a similar video a few months ago on a similar looking copper, but it was worse. I mean, that guy looked like he grew up and lived in the Appalachian Mountains, hunted cougars and wore bear skins. Yeah. Now, I was in London yesterday and the place was crawling with coppers, but even then, you know, they came in all shapes and sizes, had high-vis vests on, and they were just covered in military or paramilitary style zips everywhere, pockets for everything, and they looked a mess. I mean, okay, they need stab vests, and that's all down to Sadiq Khan, you know, just allowing the streets to be taken over by criminals, both foreign and domestic. But they are so laden with all this crap on them that it's no wonder they can't chase down criminals, you know. Is it just me? Am I getting a bit too picky now? But anyway, back to this fella. If this guy turned up, you'd think the modern parents, wouldn't you? I mean, if you've ever read the Viz comic over the years, and he looks like the husband here, as you can see. And being in the prison service for 11 years and having seen it happen, hardened criminals, they laugh at people who look like this. There are male police officers with long hair, ponytails, or man buns, and they look really scruffy, and the prisoners have no respect for them whatsoever. And more often than not, if they get told to do something by these types of officers, they don't listen. So you see, image is everything. This guy looks like he'd be happier behind a desk, looking through social media for people using the wrong pronouns. It's certainly a sad state of affairs, isn't it? Anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And there we go. I'm Past 49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.